Hi, welcome to Richard's Reviews. Today's review is Annihilation. It stars Natalie Portman and a few other recognizable faces too in the story. You'll see, I think, a guy from Star Wars who plays Poe, the X-Wing fighter, and the girl from the Valkyrie from Thor 3. Some other characters too, you'll recognize them. So the story follows what is a kind of a, sci-fi drama, somewhat romance. It's more of like the fall of the romance. So what happens is this lighthouse is a landing point for these aliens, and nobody knows what's going on. So they've been sending like teams in that go in and never come out. One of the teams included her husband, Natalie Portman's husband, who went in, but he actually made it out, but it didn't seem like him. It was a version of him. So then the story actually is more of like a debriefing. She's telling the story of what happened when she was in there. So it goes through this jumping back and forth, back in time, back and forth, and then we find out that Natalie Portman's unfaithful to her husband. We don't know if that's the cause of his downfall or of his depression, but she had cheated on him, and now she regrets it. And when she finally gets him back, she knows it's not him. And he gets sick, and this whole story, she tells this whole story of her being in there. So a group of the women go in, and they don't give them any tools other than weapons and supplies to survive, but they don't give them like ATVs or anything to start with, which is kind of weird. So they're walking a lot of walking. And the terrain in this area that's been affected, you see that the things are different. Things are growing differently, and things are being mutated basically. So the story follows them through that, and pretty much nobody makes it except for her coming back out. She tells a story, so straight out to the point. Is the movie predictable? Pretty much at many points, but it does have some interesting parts to it. So, the good, it was an interesting story. I mean, kind of expect a little bit more out of it, but they did a good job of telling the story, and as you can tell, it's director of Ex Machina, so it's like a really slow build up. It's an interesting story. They could have probably just moved along much quicker in the beginning to leave more to going on in the middle and the end. So that was the good part. It was definitely interesting. The bad is it's really slow. There's a huge build-up. So, like, the first half of the movie, after the intro, you're kind of like, what's going on? It's slow. You can move, just move along. There's, just get to the point. Because some of the character development really doesn't matter too much. You kind of see it later on anyway, so they could have moved it along to that point and probably told it just as well. The ugly, this movie, I guess you could say it was a little bit underrated. But that could be due to the marketing. I really didn't know much about it. It sounded like it could have been just more there, but who they battle isn't all that crazy in the end. But along the way, they do have small issues that just kind of, I don't know, just reminds me of other kind of horror flicks. So it's more like horror than thriller. Like Giant Alligator. Come on, it's Lake Placid. Man, Bear, Pig. You can say that. Kind of revolves around the ruins kind of thing. There's a trick to that. The voices and stuff like that. The characters each kind of have a job. They try to bring in a couple military people and some scientists. So this was more scientist bound when they told the story, and it was supposed to be more just like visually there with a whole this and that happening. But the whole point of the Annihilation was, at the end, kind of predictable. You're like, eh. So, I would say it's kind of like the Body Snatchers. If that makes any sense. So, definitely, some of the visuals are pretty gross. The adult scenes, some of the cursing, but they definitely put a lot of different things into it. So, what this comes with? So it's a Blu-ray, DVD, digital. Same as the cover with a slip. On the back, see that it comes with the picture of them going in. I like that they didn't try to sell that it was like a Ghostbusters where it's all women cast, but they kind of pushed that direction. It's weird. I'm not sure why they decided to send just all women in and not have any guys, but maybe because of the previous tests that they sent in just didn't work, so they were like, let's try it this way. Who knows? The debriefing definitely is the whole side story to it, like like what happened, why'd you do this, and so inside you have definitely the Blu-ray, the digital, and the DVD. Nothing special. These packages aren't great. I know Best Buy carries like the special steel editions or special editions that they still sell. People are still into. I generally buy cheapest damn thing I can find, just because I'm watching the movie. I'm not admiring the disc itself. The box might kind of get you there, but the disc itself doesn't matter. They all come out the same usually. So rating for this movie, I'd say it's about a 3 out of 5. If the pace was just a little bit faster, I think it would have scored a little higher. But the idea was there. It's definitely like more. I think it's more horror than thriller. They definitely try to like scare you at some points. The way things happen. So, but give it a watch if you like. This kind of sci-fi type stuff. I guess it's just they didn't promote this that much, surprisingly. Thanks for watching. Check out the other videos. Drop a like. Subscribe, whatever. Put a comment in. Also, check out the links below for Yelp for YouTube, and your math guy doing unboxings. Thanks.